I am scared for Brawl Stars. This was the most important update to get just perfect, to get right, to have amazing features, and have no leaks, and we have the biggest leak in Brawl Stars history. I'm afraid this game is about to go in the gutter just because of this leak. I think it was really important that this did not happen, and it happened in the worst way possible, somehow from the Chinese servers. I don't know how this happened, but we have a full video that I'm allowed to show you guys, and sneak peeks will be happening this weekend, and also after the Brawl Talk. I don't know how that's gonna work, but let's get into it. Okay, so I don't know what this screen here is. This is just fame. So I guess they like moved fame around a little bit, it seems like. This might just be the event. Behind me, there's like this new box that I'll show you later. So this might just be the event, and I don't know why fame is here then. This could just be a China thing. Like with these leaks, we don't exactly know what is a China feature and what is in the update. So we kind of just have to pick and choose like what looks like it would just be in the normal update. Also, when you click on here, there's the Shelly icon rework. It looks pretty good. Some people don't like it. I think it's better than the Colt one that they changed. Like this Colt one still doesn't look right, but the Shelly one, I do like it. Other than that though, we have two mythic brawlers. So I don't know what her name is. The other one is Ziggy. That was already confirmed. This brawler's like imagery got leaked already, like yesterday or the day before, and now we just have the full gameplay. We don't exactly know what these star powers and gadgets do for these brawlers, but we do get to see gameplay. And for Ziggy, bro, dude, his super is it's probably the most game-breaking thing this game has ever seen, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like first of all, his main attack, it looks pretty cool. It's not a thrower. I thought it was going to be a thrower, but it is not. Unless maybe it can go through walls, then it's kind of a thrower, but honestly, I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. So look at this. This is ridiculous. This is way too big, bro. So if any of you play League of Legends, this is Victor's, one of his abilities, but it's like his ultimate version of it, bro. Like it is taking up the entire screen. This needs to be smaller. I don't know why this is so big. You're never gonna dodge this, like, and the amount of damage it does, like this is just so broken. And okay, keep in mind, this is all a work in progress, so none of this is really finalized yet. This could definitely be nerfed before Ziggy comes out, and it probably should be. So I hope that he does not come out with this. I don't know what this gadget does. Oh, okay, so it just puts like, I don't know, that's interesting. It just puts stuff on the nearest enemies. And now the other brawler, which is in Ollie's trio. I do not know her name. I do not know what these do, but she has some really crazy mechanics that are kind of expected to see with new brawlers in this game now. So she's a dancer, and her main attack is basically based on that. So every time you attack, you do a little dash with your attack, and then you see this little bar. It's like a combo bar. So if you attack 3 times before that bar goes away, then your attack changes. I'm not sure if it goes more than 3 times, but you start it with like a good amount of range. Then maybe after that you get less damage, or less range and more damage. I'm not sure. And then the last one is like a burst attack that you're probably supposed to use after you get up to an enemy using the other dashes. And her super is a tornado that throws people in the air, I think. Maybe that's the gadget that did that. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's pretty cool. Between the two, I think this is the brawler that I like more. She just has really interesting mechanics. Like, I don't not like these brawlers. I just don't like the fact that they got leaked so hard. We got, like, everything about them is leaked just about, besides, like, star powers and gadgets. Even one of the gadgets got shown, bro. Like, I'm so sad that this happened, but I'm also showing it because there's no avoiding it now. So this event, if you couldn't tell already, is a Subway Surfer collab. Yeah, I don't know how to feel. I was expecting some like global big huge brand, but it's Subway Surfers isn't the smallest thing in the world, but it's like just a mobile game you kind of tap around in for 10 minutes. Like a lot of people know about it, but people don't exactly care about it. I don't know. I don't think it's this big thing that's gonna get players in the game. Like I don't think people are gonna be like, oh my god, Subway Surfers is coming to Brawl Stars, I gotta download it again. Like I don't see that happening. So I'm like both upset that the leaks happened, but then also mildly sad that the update itself doesn't seem to have the like groundbreaking things that I feel like were required to stop the decline. At least we have a collab coming though. I could say that much. We do have a collab coming. But yeah, now we have more hypercharges. I'm not sure if even all of them are in the game after this update. I think there's only 6. Also, people on Reddit were talking about this hypercharge thing. I was confused about it too. I was like so hyped that they actually made a hypercharge change to like go over your super, like you overcharge your super, but that is not the case. All this is the player somehow overlaid their super above their hypercharge, unless this is like a beta thing that like is gonna happen, but it's just not ready yet. I don't know. I hope it is. If they change how the way hyper works, I'll be the happiest camper on earth, bro. But I think that they just overlaid the super on top of it, and somehow they can activate it without using super, because you can still see the symbol behind it, and sometimes they move it away. So sadly, I don't think that hyper is getting changed, which is like, it's just one of the most pressing changes, but I don't think this is even real. So that was unfortunate. Like, I was excited for a hot second there when I first saw this, but yeah. So Byron's Hypercharge, when you throw a super, it like, oh, does it shoot a bunch of his shots out? Ew. I have a feeling that's about to do infinite damage if you hit it properly. Or maybe not. That one's interesting. But Meeples, I remember I tried to predict this one. It definitely is not according to what I predicted. Instead, it might make it larger like I predicted. But now you can just go over water and walls. He just gets like wall hacks, or, you know, flying hacks, whatever you want to call it. Which probably also means his teammates can do this. So if it was only Meeple, I would say this is a pretty niche one. But I mean, it still is niche. But I could definitely see a world where this one is a little bit overpowered. So yeah. It's not bad. Now we have Finks. So I believe his just puts his super on himself and another one on the ground. Nothing too crazy. I guess having both is a little broken. Having it on himself is broken enough, but having both, that could be like a bug. But yeah, I mean, this was one of his mutation things already, and we know how broken it was. He basically can dodge whatever he wants. It may also last longer, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's pretty broken. I mean, it's pretty simple. We don't have to look at this anymore. Now, Ali. I think this is the closest to one I've predicted. My prediction was that his super would kind of like get larger, and then there would be like more of those beats like outside of his super that would like deal damage or something. My idea was pretty stupid, but this is like a dumbed down version of it. So he jumps farther and he gets the extra beats, like pretty much what I showed or what I made. And that's it. It's just larger and faster. So it's a buffed version of his super. That's all it really is. But yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to be a team wipe button, just with the fact that it's so large, and yeah, it's going to team wipe. There's no way you can really dodge it. Now Juju's, another thrower or spawner hypercharge that doesn't really seem to have much inspiration behind it, because it seems like it just buffs Gregory. Just like the other ones, it just gives stat buffs, which you know, a little mid. Don't know if I like this one. It just doesn't really do anything. If anything, it just makes Gregory more annoying to kill, because more health, more damage, I'm assuming. Maybe larger, maybe faster, the usual stuff. Pam's has not changed, but if you guys don't know what it does, it just gives an overshield. Are they even showing it? They're changing their controls. Okay. Oh, see, wait, yep, there it is. Yeah, they moved the hyper out. So that is not a hyper change, unfortunately. So sad that it's not, bro. Like, this game needs that, but hopefully in the next update that happens. So Pam's just, yeah, it gives an overshield. That's it. I think it can go up to like 3,000, maybe 4,000, unless they nerfed it. Yeah, it looks like about 3,000. That's all it does. So the longer you... 5,000? Okay, what? That's maybe a bit too much. Now it's just back to the other two brawlers. I have no idea what these do. 20%, 30%. I'm assuming that this one has... Well, both of them... Okay, I'm assuming the left one either slows people with his main attack or slows people with his super. I'm guessing the super. And this one, we'll see. Wait, what is this? Gadget? And he can teleport. Oh. Okay, well, we know what one of the gadgets does. Oh, and wait, why does he have special shots now? What did I miss? They're golden. Hello, this is Editor Nubs. I think I figured it out. I'm pretty sure that if you hit a shot, then your next shot will have more damage. Yeah, this super, this cannot come out like this, bro. Like, look at that. It will cover 2 lanes with 1 super, and it stays for so long, bro. Like, you're never getting on the hot zone. You're never getting down a lane. You're never existing when this is on the field, bro. Like, unless this takes 3 years to charge, it just ain't happening. You're not fighting that. Oh, wait, there's another hyper that was shown after everything else. So Larry Lori, this is probably going to be the broken one of the update, plus Ollie's. It just spawns 2 buffed up Loris, I think. One of them looks different than the other. I don't know why, but yeah, 8,000 health and 6,000 health. So the hyper one, you can even spawn another other Lori, and it'll keep the hyper one. So the hyper one is the 8,000, and yours is the 6,000 one. So we've also got this rank icon thing, or tier icon is what it's called now. They have apparently been changed again. they're being changed again. I don't know why, but it seems like the record button is also going away. This could be a China thing. I'm not sure, but it seems more personalized to the brawler. I'm assuming that this rank has to do with records in some way, some shape or form. I do hope that the trophy system does get some kind of change in this update, because that is like one of the most important things as well. Like what we really need is a good collab, like a big good collab that just goes well with no leaks. Change the trophy system that actually makes players want to play it again, because right now the incentive is to push to 1K and then quit the game, and change the hypercharges so then the core gameplay is just better. Those are the big three. There's more, but those are the big three, and I'm afraid that this update might give us 0 of those 3, which means we're gonna go another 2 months with constant decline. I want to stay hopeful though, because we have not seen everything in the update. We're just being shown what was leaked here. There definitely could be more. I am hoping that there is more. I'm sure there is. So now we have the collab. If you couldn't tell, this is Subway Surfers. So we've got Ollie, just the default Subway Surfer kid, and then Janet is another one of them. I don't know about Byron. I don't know what that is. Leon just looks like a 29 gem skin. The Hank one is interesting. I don't even know what I'm looking at, but it looks pretty cool, I think. M's not bad. There's Allie, and then there's another brawler. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, that was Stu. Okay, so Stu, and I think this is Poco. I think it's a Poco hyper skin is what people are saying. He really looks like Sans with his pose. I don't know what's coming out of him though. I don't know what's happening here. The skins are not that bad. What really worries me is just the collab itself. I don't think it's like big enough to bring people to the game. I don't think anyone's gonna say, oh my god, Subway Surfers download Brawl Stars right now. I think they're gonna say, oh cool, and then just move on with their day, unfortunately. Not that I don't like Subway Surfers. I used to play the game. I'm just trying to be real, all right? I'm trying to be real with you. And if being real makes me a pessimist, then so be it. I don't even care anymore. So here's to hoping that this update is the one that saves the game. Tune in tomorrow and the next day, hopefully, for Brawler sneak peeks. Goodbye.